Confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online, please check it. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Yeah. Right. Good afternoon, guys. And check it. And what we completed in the last session. And try to confirm to me, guys. All of you are attending 6 o'clock class, 6 p.m. class. Everybody, it's mandatory. Even I given information to everybody, but still I'm getting calls when we are going to take classes at 6 p.m. Already, it might be happened right from last 2 days onwards, that 6 o'clock class. So it's mandatory to attend for 6 o'clock class along with your 4:30. Your 4:30 class may be up to 1 week. We are going to finish it. Then after that, we have to attend permanently at 6 p.m. Okay. Right. Now, then let's move on to the content, what we are understanding there. Right. And check it what we completed there, what we understand. Right. So I think so we are discussing about the differences between Java and others. Differences between Java and others. In that differences between Java and others, how many differences we completed there overall? How many differences we completed here? 7 differences, I think so we completed. Can you tell me what are the 7 differences can we understand there? What are the 7 differences can we understand? The first one is like what there? What is this first one now? C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is what? Dynamic programming language. And the second one is what there? Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. Next, C and C++ are platform dependent, but Java is what there? Platform independent. Next one, after completion of this, pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. It may be available in C++ and Python, some other programming languages. Next one is operator overloading is not possible in Java. It may be available in other programming languages. Then after that, destructors. Have I given any information about destructors? No. Destructors are not existed in Java. In place of that, we have garbage collector. Right, so that point already we understood. Then lastly, another point. I think so. This is the point here I've given there about these destructors. So these many points here we understood clearly about this. And the next point, another point here, what we have to understand there. All right, so eighth difference. Observe carefully. C and C++ follows call by value and call by reference parameter passing mechanisms. But Java follows Java follows call by value parameter passing mechanism only. This is the point here we have to understand. This is another difference. C and C++ follow call by value and call by reference parameter passing mechanisms, but Java follows call by value parameter passing mechanism only. This is a point here actually. Right, so now before understanding call by value or call by reference parameter passing mechanisms, whether C, C++, Java, whether they're following or not, before that, first of all, what is call by value and what is call by reference? These points here we have to understand. What exactly the meaning of call by value, what is the meaning of call by reference? These things here we have to understand. Alright, sir. Point is very simple. Try to understand it. In any programming language, observe carefully. In any programming language, if we pass primitive data, if in any programming language, if we pass primitive data, what is this primitive data actually? Can you tell me any idea here? Byte, short, int, what next one here? Long, float, double, boolean, char. These data types are called as primitive data types. So in any programming language, if we pass primitive data as parameters to the methods, methods are functions, both are same, depends on the programming language we can say. In any programming language, if we pass primitive data, byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char as the parameters to the methods or functions, then the parameter passing mechanism is called by value. The programming language may be C, C++ or Java, whatever it may be, then the parameter passing mechanism is called call by value. Observe carefully. The programming language may be anything. It may be anything, but when we pass primitive data as a parameters to the methods, then the parameter passing mechanism will be called by value. Observe carefully. Next one is after that. What is this call by reference actually? In any programming language, understand it now. In any programming language, if we pass address locations, not primitive data, address locations as parameters to the methods. Got my point or not? In any programming language, if we pass address locations as a parameters to the methods, then the parameter passing mechanism is called by reference. Observe carefully. In any programming language, if we pass address locations as parameters to the methods, then the parameter passing mechanism is what they call by reference. Now the point is very simple. Try to understand this point clearly. Observe carefully the points what I am telling to you. In this overall, in C and C++, now directly I am giving conclusion for it. In C and C++, if we pass pointer variables, what variables there? Pointer variables as parameters to the methods or functions. Understand it clearly? If we pass pointer variables as a parameters to the methods or functions, then the parameter passing mechanism is called by reference. How sir? How can you say this call by reference here? The parameter passing mechanism is called by reference. How can we say this? Why? Because what is the reason for it? Why? Because in C and C++ applications, Tell me, what's the point here? C and C++ applications, pointer variables are able to represent what? Pointer variables are able to store address locations directly. Am I right or not? Pointer variables are able to store what their address locations. Due to that reason, if we pass pointer variable as a parameter to the method, then the parameter passing mechanism is what they're called by reference. Nothing is, just understand theoretically. Moreover, it is related to C and C++. No need to think much about it. So in the case of C and C++, pointer variables are able to store address locations. If you pass pointer variables as parameters to the methods, then the parameter passing mechanism is what they call by reference. Why? Because pointer variable is able to store address locations. Got it or not? But what about this in the case of Java? Observe carefully. For the pointer variables, what is the equivalent concept in Java? What is the equivalent one in Java, guys? Now tell me. What is the equivalent topic in Java? Now tell me, guys. Understand it clearly, what I am telling there. The equivalent concept is the reference variables. Already we understood the difference between pointer variable and reference variable. In C and C++, pointer variables, equivalent concept in Java is what their reference variables. Please recognize this point here. Okay, fine. Now the point what I am telling to you, in Java applications, even if we pass object reference variable, as a parameter to the, methods. In case of Java, only methods are available. No concept like further functions immediately. But in the latest version, some functional programming is provided there, but not required immediately. But we can understand only methods. In Java applications, even if you pass object reference variable as a parameter to the methods, then the parameter passing mechanism is called by value only. Is what they're called by value only, not called by reference. Observe carefully. It is called by value only, not what they're called by reference. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it clearly? Right, sir. Why? Because what is the reason for it? At least we have to understand this reason here. No. Why? Because in Java applications, reference values, that means object reference values, reference variables are able to store object reference values, where object reference value is what there, your object reference value is not address location. Got my point or not? Object reference value is not what there, address location. If it is not address location, so what it is? No, object reference value is not address location. I have to understand that. But what it is? No. So object reference value is not address location. It is hexa. Now tell me, it is a hexadecimal value of hash code. Am I right or not? Hexadecimal form of what there? Hash code. Again, what is this hash code here? Now observe carefully, where hash code is an integer value, is an unique identity, provided by heap manager in the form of what? An integer value. Am I right or not? So due to this reason here, we can understand in Java, address locations are not available. Address locations related manipulations are not available in the case of Java. Is that all of you are getting my point here? In the case of Java, address locations related manipulations are not available, not possible. So hash code is not address location, reference value is not address location, reference variable is not address location. If you pass a reference variable as parameter to the methods, no, it's not the meaning of passing address location as parameter to the methods. It's the meaning of passing an integer value as parameter to the methods. So the underlying parameter passing mechanism is what they, is it called by value or called by reference? Called by value only. So got my point or not? So this is what exactly the meaning of like what there, what exactly the meaning of like what there, this total call by value and call by reference, this particular content. Right, sir. Good, nice. Right, sir. Now, one simple one question, guys. Then it may be useful for all of you. Directly here itself, I'm telling to you. At this stage, you are very kid in Java. You don't have any knowledge in Java. Just you started 0.0001% is only you completed. With this knowledge, you are unable to attend for advanced Java classes. Please remember this. Okay, maybe in the next Friday, I'm planning to start one advanced Java at morning 10 o'clock. That batch is not for the sake of you. That batch is for the sake of some other. Previously I started some core Java batches. No, for them I'm taking no that advanced Java. I'm giving word to you. I'm going to start advanced Java batches separately for you in the future. Understand it? Almost all the time also I'm telling there, not time, that exact time there. You can expect it is after Pongal. Meanwhile, you are able to complete some topics in core Java. By the time your platform will set in core Java, so we can start what there advanced Java. I will start parallelly this advanced Java batch for you, but not immediately. Please remember this point here. Your knowledge is not sufficient to attend for what? Advanced Java. So trust me, I'll start a separate batch. A 6 to 7:30 core Java batch is going on there. For it, separately I will start one advanced Java batch. Don't worry for it. So I will start, definitely I will start one separate advanced Java batch. Not only that, advanced Java and frameworks and all entire Java stream I'm going to take separately for the sake of our batch. No need to attend at morning time. Morning classes for the sake of some other people already they have started. Might be few months back in core Java. Now they are at the position to attend for what? Advanced Java. For them I'm starting that point. That's one point. Without knowing, without knowing core Java, we are unable to understand what? Advanced Java. Core Java is mandatory. Please remember this point here clearly. Right, sir. And any other content here apart from this? Right, sir. Right, sir. Sir, give your phone number. Okay, no problem. I don't have any problem. But the point is, I'm unable to lift the calls, right? Morning to evening, I'm in classroom only. Even I'm not giving my phone number to my girlfriend, sir. How can I give the phone number to you? Huh? All right. Don't worry. Then at the end of the class, we will talk it now. Then better to call to our office there. All people will give information to us, right? Right. Anyway, let's talk about our content here. All right. So now let's observe this clearly. Now, 8th point is okay, completed. Now coming to the 9th point. What about this 9th one here? Everybody understand this 9th content here? All right. In C and C++, integers will take 2 bytes of memory, comma, characters will take 1 byte of memory. But in Java, integers will take 4 bytes of memory. But in Java, integers will take 4 bytes of memory and characters will take 2 bytes of memory. Observe clearly. All right, sir. Understand it? In C and C++, integers will take 2 bytes of memory, characters will take 1 byte of memory. But in Java, integers will take 4 bytes of memory and characters will take 2 bytes of memory. Okay? All right, sir. Now, what I'm giving clarity there. All right, sir. I want to give clarity on this point now. Observe carefully. The point is memory allocation for primitive data types in C and C++ is totally depending on the operating system which we use. It is not fixed. It is not at all fixed. It is depending on what their operating system which we use. Come again, what's the point I'm telling there? In C and C++, memory allocation for what? For the primitive data types. I given already primitive data types, no, byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, character. Memory allocation for the primitive data types is not fixed, right sir? What we have to say there, it is not fixed, it is a variable, and it is depending on, depending on the operating system which we have used. Got my point or not? But what is the point I'm telling there? Another point is like what I'm telling there, but in Java, memory allocation for the primitive data types, is fixed, irrespective of the operating system which we use. Even by this point also we can understand C, C++ are platform dependent, and Java is what their platform independent. Is that all of you getting my point or not? In C and C++, memory allocation for the primitive data types is not fixed. It is variable, and it is dependent on, the operating system which we use. But in Java, memory allocation for the primitive data types is fixed irrespective of the operating system which we use. This is the final conclusion what I'm telling to you. But in Java, how memory allocation is going on here? Now try to understand it clearly. I want to give some clarity. Now, byte is one of the data type actually. What is this data type here? Byte, small b. Byte, how much memory is going to be allocated for it? No, 1 byte of memory. Next one is for short, how much memory will be allocated here? No, 2 bytes of memory. For int, how much memory will be allocated here? No, you can understand 4 bytes of memory. All these are fixed in the case of Java. Now in the case of Java, I'm talking there, not in the case of what there, C and C++. In C and C++, memory allocations for primitive data types is not fixed. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Now, in the case of this Java, for long, the primitive, that means size for the long data type is what there? 8 bytes of memory. Now, for a float, what is that primitive data type actually? That means what is the memory? You know, again 4 bytes of memory. For a double, how much memory? Here we are going to be assigned there. For a double, it would be like what there? 8 bytes of memory. Next one is after that for character, for char data type, how much memory is required? You know, 2 bytes of memory is assigned in Java. Okay, fine. Then after that, for Boolean data type, how much memory will be allocated there? Simply 1 bit, not even 1 byte. Come on, can you tell me what exactly the memory sizes for each and every primitive data type? In the case of Java, for byte, how much memory? 1 byte. For short, how much memory? 2 bytes. For integer, how much memory? 4 bytes. For long, how much memory? 8 bytes. Float, 4 bytes. Double, 8 bytes. Char, 2 bytes. Boolean, 1 byte. These are the points here we have to understand. They are the sizes, memory sizes for each and every data type here, that we understood clearly. Next one is after that, after completion of this particular one, what next one here after this? Observe carefully. But I have a question now. After giving this much of answer there, I have a question. What is my question now? Listen, all of you listen carefully. My question is very simple. In C and C++, guys, understand it clearly. My question now, in C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. 1 byte of memory is sufficient to store characters data. To store characters data, 1 byte of memory is sufficient in C and C++. Then what is the requirement? What is the requirement of Java to assign 2 bytes of memory? To assign 2 bytes of memory for characters. Understood my question? In Java, how much memory will be allocated for the characters? Now tell me. How much memory will be allocated for characters in the case of Java? Now tell me. Is it 1 byte of memory or 2 bytes of memory? 2 bytes of memory. But in C and C++, how much memory is sufficient? No, 1 byte of memory is sufficient to store characters data. Then what is the requirement of Java to assign 2 bytes of memory in the case of Java? That's a question here. Definitely this question will come there. There we have to understand the answer clearly. All right. Now I'm going to give some answers to you. Now try to observe this clearly. All of you guys, observe carefully the answers here, what I'm telling there. Listen carefully. In C and C++, all characters are represented in the form of what? All characters are represented in the form of, come on, in the form of ASCII values. In C and C++, all characters are represented in the form of what there? ASCII values. Please recognize this now. Okay, fine. The point is what there? To store any ASCII value, to store any ASCII value, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. How much memory is required here? 1 byte of memory is sufficient to store what there? Characters. That means to store like ASCII values. That is a story in the case of what there? C and C++. Tell me once again, what is the point I said to you? In C and C++, all characters are represented in the form of what there? ASCII values. But to store any ASCII value, how much memory is required? No, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. But listen carefully. In Java, in case of Java, observe carefully. All characters are represented in the form of, all characters are represented in the form of Unicode values. What are these actually? Unicode values. In C and C++, all characters are represented in the form of ASCII values. But in the case of Java, all characters are represented in the form of what there? Unicode values. Where to store any Unicode value, how much memory is required, sir? Now tell me. To store any Unicode value, 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes of memory is required. 2 bytes of memory is what they required. Due to this reason, Java has to assign 2 bytes of memory for characters. Because of that first reason, C and C++ required 1 byte of memory for characters. Get my point or not? All right, sir. Now this is the reason why 2 bytes of memory is required for characters in the case of Java. Then again, I have a question now. One more question here I have. Recognize my question. What is my question here? All of you observe carefully. One more question. My question is, what is Unicode and what is its requirement in Java? What is Unicode and what is its requirement in Java? Understand my question here? You said clearly, interviewer will ask this question to you. Tell me how much memory is required for characters in the case of Java. Then you may say 2 bytes of memory. In the case of C, 1 byte of memory. Interviewer will ask you why Java needs 2 bytes of memory for representing characters. Then their answer is very clear. In C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. Why? Because all characters are represented in the form of what their ASCII values. But in the case of Java, 2 bytes of memory is required to store characters. Why? Because all characters in Java are represented in the form of what their Unicode values. To store any Unicode value, 2 bytes of memory is mandatory. That's why Java needs 2 bytes of memory for storing Unicode values. Then again, interviewer will ask this question immediately. What is Unicode and what is its requirement in Java? What is Unicode and what is its requirement in Java? This is a question here. Now we have to understand the point clear. At basic level only, when we are moving inside the Java completely, there we can understand these Unicodes again. But the point is what there? What is Unicode and what is its requirement in Java? If you observe this, answers are very simple. Observe carefully. Unicode is one of the character representation. See, in general, nowadays in outside, number of character representations are available. UTF-8, UTF-16, Unicode, ASCII values, all these are like what they are, character representations. are character encoding mechanisms. Character representations are character encoding mechanisms. Whatever it may be, Unicode is one of the character representation. Then what next one here after that? After that, what is it now? It able to represent, observe its capability. It able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages. All the alphabet from all the natural languages. What are these natural languages? No, not like C, C++, Java. They are programming languages. But I'm talking about natural languages. What are these natural languages? No, English, Hindi, and so on and so on. Maybe Japanese or Italian, all these are like what they are natural languages. Please recognize this point here. So Unicode is one of the character representations. It is able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages like English, Hindi, Italian, Japanese, even local languages also. Okay, fine. It able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages. I do agree that. Then what is its use? What is its requirement? What is the need of representing all the input alphabet in the form of natural languages? What is its intention? If you have to this, the point is what? It able to, as a result of all the points here, it able to provide very good internationalization support in Java applications. It is able to provide very good, what is this guys? Now tell me, internationalization support in the Java applications. Again, there is a new terminology, internationalization. Immediately, interviewer will ask this question to you. Definitely here, interviewer will ask this question to you. What is this question here? What is internationalization? This is a question case. What is internationalization? Again, sequence of questions now. We are making the interviewer to ask this type of questions only by giving answers like this. Understand it clearly. So what is internationalization? Here we have to give support. We have to give answer for it. What exactly the meaning of internationalization? Observe carefully. What is the meaning of internationalization? What exactly the meaning of internationalization here? Now observe carefully. Right. I'm giving clarity. Now try to understand it. No. One simple question, guys. All of you know. What are all these? No. Oh, Hindi. Like all the languages, different languages are available. Am I right or not? What are all these actually? Why Google is providing these many languages support? Tell me, Google might be one of the US based company. It is providing its services like Google search, and you can search anything through this Google. It's a Google search. Basically, it's a Google search. No, why this Google search app is providing support in local languages to make available their product to each and every corner of the earth or not? You can understand this. Say, for example, telling to you clearly, understand it now. In India, all the people are able to understand minimal level. Good, well and good. Or maybe if you go to the villages now, people are not aware about what their English. They might be aware about their local language. At least if we observe at the north side, Hindi is a common language. But at the south side, maybe people are not used to speaking in Hindi, maybe. They know about it, but they're very strong at what their local languages. This kind of difference is going on here. Answer my point here. But Google has to provide these services for all the Indians. If they're giving their services English and Hindi, what will happen? Up to some sector, some area of the people, okay, they can utilize that Google. But when they come to the some other states now, where Hindi people are not understanding, they're understanding only what they know. Maybe they're understanding their local language, even they don't know English, local language only. It's not the problem actually. Their mother tongue they know. Then if the Google services are available in their mother tongue, automatically that village people also can use that Google or not? So that Google product is available to even at remote locations of India or not? Okay, forget about this example. Forget about this India. If we go to China, Chinese don't like English. Chinese, they are very strong on their local language. They are very much, what I'm telling there, on their local language only. They don't want to go for English. But for them, Google has to provide its service or not. So Google has to give the services in what their Chinese language. Understand it clearly?
6 p.m.
Hmm?
Exam test week, sir.
Right. Right, sir. If you go to the Germans, they're very much strong on what their local language. They don't like English. They hate English. And Germans are trying to say to outside, try to make German language as an international language in place of this English. Japanese, they don't have a single bit of English. They know only Japanese language. Understand, guys, what I'm telling there? So here the point is what there, if Google is providing its services in English to the Japanese and to the Chinese and to the Germans, to the Italians, how they can use that Google services if it is in English? No? If it is available in their local language, then Google services might be used by each and every location of the in a remote places of Japan and remote places of China or remote place of German. So automatically the product visibility is increased or not? The product demand will be increased or not? Understand my point here now? So the point is what there, when Google is giving its services to every local user in the form of their local conventions, automatically the product is getting very good demand. Number of customers will be increased. Yes, sir. Got my point or not? So for example, I'm telling to you, simple example. Number of times I've given that point here. For example, I'm taking the Java classes. If my classes are required for only computer science students, not for all, then automatically what will happen? Demand will be less or not? If my classes are available for everybody, every graduate, definitely more customers are available, more demand will come. Similarly, the same product, software product. Exactly. Whatever the approach that Google people are following to make available their product to every corner of the earth by providing these services in their local language, in the customer local conventions, automatically that support, that service is called as what their internationalization. That support of the service is called as what their internationalization. So now anyway, I'm giving point to you. Now try to understand this point clearly. What is the point here I'm telling there? Observe carefully. Definition, I'm telling to you what exactly the meaning of internationalization. If you observe this, preparing software applications with respect to the local, that means with respect to the users locality or local conventions. Preparing software applications with respect to the user's local conventions is called what is that one actually? Internationalization. Understand guys what I'm telling there? This is what exactly the meaning of what there? Internationalization. Preparing software applications with respect to the user's local conventions is called as what there? Internationalization. Java is providing very good internationalization support, due to Unicode representations, due to what their Unicode representations. Java is providing very good internationalization support due to what their Unicode representations only, due to its Unicode representations capability, able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages. Yes, sir. All of you get my point? So this is what exactly the meaning of like what their internationalization. Java is very good about this internationalization content here. That's okay, fine now. Let's observe carefully after completion of this total punch here. Other, right, sir. Now this is totally the meaning of like what there, like internationalization and content here totally. what we completed totally, differences between Java and others. Differences between Java and others. This topic here we completed, guys. Overall, 9 number of differences I planned, then all the 9 number of differences here we understood. At least, can you tell me overall what exactly the differences we covered up to, what we completed there up to, at least give some clarity on it. 9 number of differences we understood that. What is the first one now? Tell me. C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is what their dynamic programming language. Then what next one? Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. Then what next one? C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is what their platform independent programming language. Then what next one? Pointers. Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. And then what next one? Pointers are multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. It may be available in other programming languages. Operator overloading is not possible in Java. It may be available in what there other programming languages. Then what next? Apart from that, destructors are required in C++, but destructors are not required in what? Java. Then apart from that, any other one? Apart from this destructors, no. Then what next one here? Call by value and call by reference are followed by C and C++, but only call by value is followed by Java. Next one is what? Next one here? 2 bytes of memory for integers, 1 byte of memory for characters in the case of C and C++, but in the case of Java, 4 bytes of memory for integers and 2 bytes of memory for what? Their characters. Okay, then we understood clearly the total content, guys. Okay, fine. That's it. Now this is the total awareness here we can understand. Then with this we completed what we completed totally, differences between Java and others. The topic is completed. Okay, fine. Observe carefully what remaining topics here we have to understand there. In the introduction part, in introduction topic chapter, what are the topics which are available here? First one is Java history. Second one is what there? Differences between Java and others. Others are C and C++. Just now we completed here. Next one, third one is Java features. After the Java features, Java naming conventions. After the Java naming conventions, Java programming format. And these are the topics which are remaining at what they in our introduction part. This is introduction part here. Then the next one is what the steps to prepare. Steps to prepare first Java program. Steps to prepare first Java application. I think already we started this what there. We started this topic at 6 p.m. Am I right or not? So the pending topics at 4:30 are what there? Only 3 topics. Only these 3 topics if we complete, no, automatically we can stop the classes at what time there? 4:30. Continuously we can attend the class at what time there? 6 o'clock. This is a clarity here I'm telling you. Okay, fine. Leave this one. Now let's move on to the topic guys. The next topic is like what there? Java features. Java features is the next topic. Right. Observe carefully guys, all of you know. I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. For example, I want to take a new mobile phone. That's my requirement. I want to take a new mobile phone. So what I have to do? I'll go to the mobile shop near to me, whatever the mobile shop is available, I'll go there. In that mobile shop, maybe some mobile shop representative is available, one person. So I went to him, then I will ask to him, I want to take this particular mobile phone. Can you please give some suggestions to me about this phone? Can you give some details about this phone? Then what that mobile shop representative is able to provide? What that mobile shop representative is able to provide? Just within 5 minutes of time, able to give the complete information of a particular mobile or not? Observe carefully. Within 5 minutes of time, able to give the details of this mobile phone or not? Like that mobile phone is what there, something else, OnePlus for example. OnePlus. Next one is how much memory here, no? It may be like what there, 8 GB RAM and 256 ROM. It's okay. Dual SIM. Okay. Cameras. Front camera, rear camera. Front camera is what? Rear camera is what? What is that motherboard? What is that operating system inside this? Battery backup, then fast charging or not fast charging, something else. All the details within 5 minutes that mobile shop representative is able to provide or not. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you? Okay, got my point or not? Yes, exactly. But still, I have not taken mobile phone. I have not seen the taste of that mobile phone. I have not used that mobile phone. But I got some information about that mobile phone from the representative or not. So that is what they're just a demonstration of the product. Just it is what their demonstration of that mobile product. Am I right or not? Just it is a trailer part of the mobile phone. After understanding that, I may take the decision. Maybe I may take that mobile phone or I'm not taking that mobile phone. That is later an issue. But first of all, I got some details about this mobile phone or not. No response, guys. Right, sir. Similarly, if you want to know something about Java in 5 minutes of time, if you want to know something about Java in 5 minutes of time, there we have to go for what their Java features. I'll forget my point or not. What is the need of these Java features? No, if you want to get some details of Java, there we have to go for what their Java features. This is what exactly the requirement to go for Java. Now, okay, I can give some information to you. Now, try to understand this. What exactly the main intention of the Java features here? To describe Java programming language. To describe Java programming language, what is Java? To describe what is Java, Java programming language, Java has provided the following features. What are the various features which are provided by Java here? I'll give list of features to you. Now try to understand this list of features here. First one is Java is a simple programming language. I'll give all the reasons why Java is a simple and all the points here we are able to understand. But at present here we have to understand Java is what there, a simple programming language. Right, sir. And the second one is what there, after this, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Object-oriented programming language. Next one is Java is platform independent programming language. Java is what their platform independent programming language. After this, Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Architectural neutral programming language. Then after that, Java is like a portable programming language. Java is what there, a portable programming language. After this Java and it's a portable programming language now. Next one is like what the Java is a robust programming language. Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is a secure programming language. Java is a multi-threaded programming language. Java is a distributed programming language. Java is what their distributed programming language. Java is an interpretive programming language and Java is high performance programming language. Last one is what there, Java is what there, high performance programming language. That's all. These are overall the points about like what there, that overall about like what there, Java features. Tell me guys, what are the various features are available? Now try to observe this clearly. First one is like what there, simple programming language. Second one is what there, object oriented programming language. Next one is platform independent, architectural neutral, portable, robust, dynamic, secure, multi-threaded, distributed, interpretive, and high performance. So if we understand all these points now, you are able to get that overall awareness on, like what there, what is Java, then how Java is available clearly. See, if you observe all the features now, half of the features already we covered in the previous discussion. The differences between Java and others maybe, the Java history maybe, if you observe this, half of the features here we covered. Am I right or not? What are these half of the features here now? What features already we understood there? Maybe simple, object oriented, platform independent, architectural neutral. Next one is a dynamic. So these are seven, almost 6 or 7 here we covered here. But remaining things are not covered. But anyway, we are going to understand one by one clearly. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Now here, first one, here I need to go for it now, a simple programming language. how Java is a simple programming language. Right, now I'll give some reasons to you. Java is a simple programming language because of three reasons. Because of three reasons. I'm giving there. What are the three reasons? No, observe carefully. Java applications will take less execution time. Less execution time. Java applications will take less execution time. Java applications will take less memory when compared with other programming languages by the time. Next one, after that, Java has removed all the confusion oriented features. You might be aware about it. All the confusion oriented features. Tell me guys, what are the confusion oriented features like now? Tell me, come on, pointers, multiple inheritance, am I right or not? And so on and so on and so on. So many confusion oriented features are removed here. For what purpose that confusion oriented features are removed by Java? Because of making Java is what there, a simple programming language. Next one is after that, Java is using all the simplified syntaxes from C and C++. It is not getting the simplified syntaxes from C and C++, redesigning simplified syntaxes of C and C++ in Java. So why all these points are coming there? Java applications will take less execution time when compared with the C and C++. Java applications will take what there, less memory when compared with other programming languages by the time. Java has removed all the confusion oriented features like what there, pointers, multiple inheritance and so on. Java is using all the simplified syntaxes from what there, C and C++. Because of these many reasons, we can conclude Java is what there, a simple programming language. Leave this one. Next one is what? What is that next one here? Object oriented. Object oriented. You know already the points here. When a programming language is an object oriented programming language, guys. When a programming language is an object oriented programming language, answer is very clear. Alright, sir. Java is an object oriented programming language. Am I right or not? Java is what there, an object oriented programming language. Why? Because tell me what is the reason here? Why? Because Java is able to represent data in the form of what? In the form of objects as per what? As per object oriented features. Object oriented features. Because of this reason, Java is what there, an object oriented programming language. Simple. Already we are aware about this point. Next one is, third one is what there, platform independent. You only tell me. We had very good discussion on this point here previously. How Java is a platform independent programming language. How Java is a platform independent programming language here. The point is very clear. Java is a platform independent programming language. Java is a platform independent programming language. Right, language. Why? Because Java is a platform independent programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications. Tell me, Java allows its applications to perform compilation on one operating system. Am I right or not? And execution on another operating system. Am I right or not? Another operating system. So because of this reason here, we can understand Java is what their platform independent programming language. Tell me once again, no? Java is a platform independent programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to perform compilation on one operating system and to perform execution on what there and execution on another operating system. Because of that reason, Java is what there, platform independent programming language. Right, sir. Everybody understand these points clearly. Already aware about it. That's why I'm not giving any further explanation. Already we had understand these points clearly. Right, sir. Now this is okay. Platform independent. Next one is architectural neutral. architectural neutral programming language. Nothing, sir. It's very simple. Same as platform independent programming language only, but where in the platform independent programming languages, we have taken operating system as a consideration. But now we have to take a hardware system as a consideration. Architecture in the sense hardware architecture. It's like what there hardware architecture, not operating system, hardware independent. So the point here, what I'm telling here, Java is an architectural, Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to perform compilation on one hardware system and execution on another hardware system. Execution is on what there? Another hardware system. Due to that reason, here we can understand what there Java is what there an architectural neutral programming language. Got it or not? This is one point. Next one is after that, after completion of this architectural neutral, what next one you know? Portable. Listen guys, all of you listen carefully. One simple point here I'm telling you, now try to understand it clearly. Portable programming language. What is the meaning of it? For example, I have a mobile phone. Recently I've taken it. There I had idea SIM. Okay. Then I kept that idea SIM card inside my mobile phone. It's okay, it's working fine. But nowadays the trending is what there 5G enabled, right? But idea is not giving good 5G support, right? But who are very good in the 5G support at present? No, Airtel, Jio, right? And moreover, inside my classroom there, signals of idea are very less. Low signals are available, unable to use it. So I want to change from idea to Airtel or maybe Jio. But unfortunate thing is what there, I have taken that mobile number, SIM number, mobile number is there now. There's a fancy number I've taken. All sevens I've taken. Even I spent nearly 5 lakhs for it. All sevens, 10 sevens, 5 lakhs I spent for it. But idea, signals are not good. I don't want to lose my number. I want to have the same number, but I want to change my account from Idea to Airtel. Is it possible? Without changing the number, changing the account from Idea to like Airtel, is it possible? How it is possible? Oh, that process is called as what there? Number porting. Am I right or not? The process is called as what there? Number porting. Your number is not changed, but internal platform is going to be changed. Idea is one platform, Airtel is another platform, that is changed. Am I right or not? Am I right or not? Similarly, Java is a portable programming language. Means that we are able to execute our Java programs in multiple operating systems under multiple hardware systems. Without changing anything in our Java application, we can change our Java program execution from one operating system to another operating system and one hardware system to another hardware system. So their porting is available with the Java applications or not. That's why Java is what there a portable programming language. Understand clearly now. So now I'm telling there Java is a portable programming language. Java is what there portable programming language. We are able to change Java program execution from one operating system to another operating system, and from one hardware system to another hardware system, without changing without changing anything in a Java application, without changing anything in Java program. Understand my point here? Java is a portable programming language. We are able to change Java program execution from one operating system to another operating system and from one hardware system to another hardware system without changing anything in a Java application. This nature, almost are both, I'm telling there, both the platform independent, hardware independent, that both I combined here. That is nothing but what they're portable programming language. Right, that's okay, fine, nice. Then after that, after completion of this, listen carefully. Next one is what there, after that, a robust programming language. Next one is like what there, a robust programming language. Right, sir? Do one thing, this robust programming language, I will discuss later on. Time may not be sufficient, it may take some time here. I'll make it as a pending, but before that, one more thing I want to discuss there, the simple one, that is what their dynamic programming language. Let me complete this. Tomorrow anyway, I'll discuss about this robust. It may require some time actually. I need to go for some explanation for them. So when time is available, then tomorrow I'll start with the robust only. It's a pending tomorrow, but let me complete this dynamic programming language. Guys, observe carefully what I'm telling to you. You know already when a programming language is dynamic programming language, when a programming language is a dynamic programming language, if the memory allocation is at a runtime, in any programming language, if the memory allocation is going on at runtime, then the programming language is what there? A dynamic programming language. Got my point or not? So the point what I'm telling to you, Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is a dynamic programming language. Am I right or not? Right. Okay, fine. Why? Because Java allows its applications to perform memory allocation for the data at what time they know? At runtime, not at compilation time, not at a compilation time. Because of this reason, this Java, this is what they're a dynamic programming language. Come on guys, now tell me what is this Java? Java is a dynamic programming language because of Java allows its applications to perform memory allocation for the data at what time there? Runtime. Because of this reason, Java is what there? A dynamic programming language. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Okay. Right, sir. Then do one thing. Anyway, then if I take any point, it may require some time here. So take some break, then come at 6 o'clock class there. Exactly, maybe 15 minutes of time is available, then take the time, break, exactly come at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, I'll start what there, then 6 o'clock classes there, right? Right, sir. Now take some break and come back. Why? Because if I take this robust now, minimum I require half an hour more time to complete this. Further, I may not go for it without completing this robust step, then that will be good, okay? Right, it takes 15 minutes break, then come back. I'll start exactly at 6 o'clock for the remaining part. Thank you. Guys, and who's this? Chandrasekhar, Tumur Chandrasekhar, right? Tumur Chandrasekhar. I think you are sending continuously messages to me. Tumur Chandrasekhar, then when you started your classes there, yeah, all the videos will be shared with you guys. Don't worry. Tumur Chandrasekhar, from which day onwards you are attending this class, or today is the first day, or before that you attended there? Huh? Chandrasekhar, you're not responding now. Yeah, I given already right from demo onwards. I'm giving clarity there. 6 o'clock class also you have to attend there. I given already that information. Right from demo class onwards, right from first day onwards, I'm giving that. But still you are asking the same questions there. Anyway, then I'm giving clarity for you. 6 o'clock class also you have to attend. Right, the link for 6 o'clock class I'm giving on the Windows. That means this one. Yeah, new batch of Core Java I'm going to start on this Friday at 7:30, guys. Night 7:30. Okay, Mariam, Unisam. Guys, I'm sending that 6 o'clock link to everybody. Now try to attend for it. Then at 6 o'clock exactly I'll start that. Just take some break and come at 6 o'clock. Then I'll take that 6 o'clock class separately. Yes, Tumur Chandrasekhar, have you received that link details about the class? Mariam Unisa, then this Friday at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to start a core Java batch. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Right at 6 o'clock we'll meet guys. Then come at the same link. Just now I shared that link also. Now try to get it, or else already you had that link. Try to join with that. Okay, fine. Morning classes it may take some time, not immediately. Maybe it may take maybe 1 or 2 months of time, not immediately. On Saturday, yeah, Shubham, they'll get videos. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, evening is better for classes. Nice, nice. Okay, Tumur Chandrasekhar, don't worry. Then I shared that link to you. Now try to attend today. You'll understand it. Meanwhile, I'll share that videos also, or if you require any backup classes, I'll provide that backup class also. Don't worry, right? Okay, but sure, I'll provide that backup class also. Even. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, guys.